Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers. Welcome to a new Doctor Who epic review for today. So in this review, I'm going to be doing two things. I'm going to be reviewing Chapter 6 of Doctor Who Flux, the Vanquishers, something like that. And then I'm going to be talking about Doctor Who Flux as an entire whole event. So let's dive in straight into the first part of this interview. Well, this review. I didn't say interview there. I don't know why I said that. Review on Chapter 6 of Doctor Who Flux. So we end up going back to where the last episode ended off with the Doctor and an Ood in Division that have ended up being captured by Swarm and his sister. They got hold of the Doctor's fob watch. So the fob watch contains everything that the Doctor needs to know about the Flux. So, as I'm going to say, yeah, this is the fob watch they kind of have in the episode, and they're like going to the Doctor, all we're going to do is open it and you can have your memories back. But the Doctor, does it even get opened during the episode? No. In the trailer, we see it being opened for next week's, and it never bloody happened, did it? Then, of course, you kind of see the Doctor like trying to escape back into our universe, so she takes this kind of badge thing off, and then Swan puts his hand on her head, and she gets separated into three different parts of herself. So one stays with Swarm and his sister in the Division, one ends up going to the Lepavan fleet, and then one ends up going to Yaz, Dan, Jacoby, or Jacobo, something like that, and even to Kate Stewart, who is somebody we know from Doctor Who's past, from the Matt Smith run and the Peter Capaldi run. And then again, we do have some new villains in this. We got this new alien creature with this kind of like Methawar-pick worm that can just like I said in about Chapter 5. We got the return of the Santarans once more. Now we had War of the Santarans, there's a big return of the Santarans, and they're in it again in this episode. We have Cybermen and Daleks. The Santarans are just there going, "We are going to use the Daleks and Cyber Fleet to emerge with the Flux," because the Flux apparently is made out of antimatter, and antimatter and matter cannot exist in whole. We know this from the Three Doctors when Omega was using a black hole to try and get hold of Gallifrey's power so it could come back into our universe, where matter and antimatter shouldn't really exist, but it does. So this is something like they created the Division. Tech Talem did. So she creates the Flux out of antimatter so it can try and rip open the universe. Everything dies. Nothing can survive. The antimatter... Oh, wait a minute. Antimatter, matter, cannot exist. Duh. So, anyway. You do have some good moments when the Doctor reunites with Yaz and Dan and Kate Stewart and Jacoby, and she hugs Yaz saying, "How long has it been?" Quite a while. A couple of years. But, are you kidding me? Yeah. It's been a couple of years since she got turned into a weeping angel and swum straight into the Division. Yeah, that's kind of their main point of this. But again, though, you got Santarans who basically end up like eating chocolate and sweets because you see them inside the shop going, "Hey, soldier, salta ha, salta ha. I'm going to go and have a pig out. I'm going to nick all these chocolate bars. I'm going to have all these sweets and stuff. I'm going to have a massive pig out." And the Doctor goes, "I would like to own a corner shop one day." And it's like, "Free of your scum?" I really do like the way the Santarans just look at the humans and go, "They are scum, they are. That's what we are. We are human scum." I do like the way the Santarans are in this story. I like the way you have them like talking to that alien dog creature, Kastavi, something like that. That they've ended up killing his entire whole race. They've freed them all out of the airlock. And then, of course, as I said, like when I said to you before about the Doctor kind of gets separated into three different parts of herself. You can either actually class this one as a multi-Doctor story because there are three versions of Rhodey's Doctor. You have that wicked moment where you have them like mind linking for the first time since, I believe that the last time we actually see them do the mind link was in the Five Doctors, when the first three Doctors ended up like trying to create a mind link to try and get hold of the Fifth Doctor, whose mind is being possessed by Bruce at the time. And then, of course, like the whole of the event where they go to this planet, Swarm and his sister ends up getting trapped, and the Doctor says, "Oh, someone is going to return and it's going to be the death of you," leading into the big return. Is it a teaser or is it going to happen? Probably it was going to happen, but it was teased that the Master would be back. Yes, the Master's coming back. So in Jodie's finale swan song as the Doctor, she's going to fight against the Master. And what can I say about that? I'm sorry, but if they do that for Jodie's last story, bringing the Master back, it feels like they are copying little bits and dabs. I mean, from Legopolis is when the 4th Doctor fought against the Master and he ended up regenerating because of the Master. The 10th Doctor ended up regenerating because of the Master coming back to life, taking all over the humans and turning into the Master race and even the radiation on. And you have to sub the radiation to go save Wilfred. And then, of course, you have 2 incarnations of the Master. When Capaldi was supposed to regenerate, but he still went off and met his 12th incarnation. Well, his first incarnation. So, the Master's coming back to cause another death of the Doctor. And I really do hope that's not going to happen, because otherwise I'm just going to go, you're copying the plot from Legopolis, The End of Time, and the Doctor Falls. Oh, and the TV movie. The TV movie is when you have the Doctor and the Master back to battle against each other, which leads into the 7th Doctor regeneration to the new Doctor's beginning. So, yeah, that's basically the whole point. You do have that kind of teaser. Oh, someone's going to return from your past and you won't be able to regenerate. The Master. Yeah. We all know the Master's going to come back at some point, because it's been 1 year and 9 months since we haven't seen Sacha Dhawan's version of the Master. So that's just bits like that's actually happened during the episode. And then, of course, you do have the Doctor offering Dan a trip in the TARDIS, and then she ends up opening the part of the TARDIS console, going to the TARDIS. Keep this safe for me. Make sure I never get it unless I need to. Well, that Fob Watch goes inside the TARDIS, so she can't get to it unless she asks for it. Wow, what was the whole point of the Fob Watch then? What was the whole point of the episode? I mean, we were supposed to have, all this has done, this episode, it just created a plot twist, and a plot twist after one after the other. But we did get an epic trailer for New Year's Day episode, which is called Eve of the Daleks. Boom! The Daleks are back, and we got a new design, we even got a new weaponry. Yes, anyway, the one thing I have to say, the Daleks are in this episode for a little clip when they get thrown into the flux by the Santarans, like trying to create illusions so the Santarans can just survive. Same with the Cybermen, and then, yeah, the Doctor did exactly the same thing to the Santarans, what the Santarans were going to do to them. She ends up throwing the Santaran fleet inside the flux as well, and then she made sure that the passenger opened up and absorbed all the flux. We do see a nice little team with Jacoby, Claire, Dan, the Doctor, Yaz, that woman Claire, and the 2 people that are expecting a baby, and the dog alien creature, which is probably a good teamwork, to be honest with you. They do work well, especially when you got the 2 doctors and they're just there talking to each other, and the doctors are there going, one's like tanning the plan and the other one goes, do you mind if I could say a bit now? No, not at all, Doctor. I do like the way that bit was done. So, that's my basic review on Chapter 6. But my whole thoughts about Doctor Who Flux, from the whole series, from the Halloween Apocalypse down to the vanquishers, something like that, I have to say, it is not one of the best series. I mean, still, my favourite episode has got to be the Halloween Apocalypse, because that one's just done absolutely amazing. My least favourite, I have to say, probably episode 3, Once Upon Time. So I feel like I really think that is the weakest of the series. But the rest of the series is pretty much great and stuff. I did enjoy this episode. I have the Daleks as next. I do like to see that we have some good character development for John Bishop's character, Dan. I was actually expecting Dan just to leave and then come back in New Year's Day, like they did with a previous companion with like Tegan, when she left at the end of the season, then she came back at the beginning of the next season. For season 19, season 20. But Dan, it's good to see Dan does have some great character moments. He does have some great moments in it. Like in episode 2, where the Doctor goes, what have you got? A wok? Why have you got a wok? You know, bash him on the head with, you know. And then, of course, you do have stuff going on between the Doctor and Yaz. Like, is there a relationship there? If there's not a relationship there. For one, I hope there is no relationship there. The Doctor doesn't need another lovey-dovey relationship. You finished that with the 10th Doctor. Tennant has had these lovey-dovey storylines, so get rid of them. Get them out of your flipping heads, people. Come on, Chidle. Come on. I even hope Russell T Davies does not bring back the lovey-dovey stuff. We do not need to see the Doctor fall in love with another human. He is an alien. That's the whole point. Doctor Who, you know, he's an alien. Not Doctor falls in love with stupid human people. That's the whole point. What I really don't like about the Tennant era is just it's got so much relationship stuff going on in it. And it's not Doctor Who. It's not, oh, the Doctor falls in love with a human. No, it's called Doctor Who, not Doctor Falls in Love. So that's another point about that I have to say. I'm not really too fussed about the Doctor and Yaz, but if it turns out they are in a relationship, I would absolutely say, no, get rid of the lovey-dovey stuff. Get all of it out of your heads. The Doctor is an alien. You don't have an alien fall in love with a human. No. That's a big no-no. No interspecies intimation. But the whole point about Doctor Who Flux, we have some great characters. I mean, we had some great iconic characters like the Weeping Angels, Santarans, Daleks, Cybermen, Kate Stewart's epic return. We even have that epic return last week with Nicholas Courtney, where you kind of have that voice cameo. That episode does kind of interfere with the unit sort of like database going on because it's set in 1969 to find the TARDIS and stuff. So it's basically, unit came about the year after Hartnell fought against the War Machines in Doctor Who, the War Machines. And it's set before the Web of Fear. So unit's in the Web of Fear. So that unit thing Brigadier's in, is probably unit in the army. So yeah, Doctor Who Flux, it's a great series. We get some great cameos. I absolutely love the way people get credited for the monsters, like the Weeping Angels got credited to Stephen Moffat, the Santarans to Robert Holmes, because Robert Holmes did create the Santarans, and he got credited for that episode, for using like the Santarans. So yeah, I really enjoyed this series. There are some up moments, there are some down moments. So let me know in the comments what you think of Doctor Who Flux. Now, I'm really looking forward to actually having the Blu-ray of this soon, because I've actually gone and pre-ordered the Steelbook a couple of weeks ago. And we're 2 weeks away from Season 17 coming out, so I've already done a video about Season 17, what I'm looking forward to that. But Doctor Who Flux, I think it's great. It does leave a load of answers to, like, what's going on with the TARDIS, what's going on with the whole point where they're trying to lead to. I mean, is the universe destroyed? Did the Doctor save the universe from the Flux? I mean, at one point, at the beginning of the episode, like the beginning of the story, you see planets being destroyed. Does the Doctor go back in time and reboot the entire whole universe and stops the first part of the Flux from happening? We just never know. So let me know in the comments what you think of Doctor Who Flux. Please do like, subscribe and share. And welcome to the new subscribers. That's brought me up to 133 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and carry on being magnificent Doctor Who fans. You're all amazing.